Living life seeking answers to the many problems that continue to evolve? Whether it's about business, money, relationships, family, or anything, let's talk. Join Alan Cousin of Get Up Radio Media as he talks about anything and everything that the mind can come up with. His motto is, you can't find a solution until you talk about it first. Ready to be informed about life and feel positive daily? Then come listen to Let's Talk with Alan Cousin and get up as a positive new you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. How are you today? Happy New Year, by the way. Happy 2023 to every one of you. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's a great year. It's a fabulous year. It's a wonderful year, actually. 2023 is going to bring a lot to everyone in so many ways. It's going to open your eyes. It's going to make you see what you didn't see before. And when I say this because a lot of times people never see what's in front of them. People never realize what's right there until someone helps them to discover it, to imagine it, to see it for what it really is. And 2023 is going to do that for many of us. 2023 is going to help us to understand, hopefully, if everything goes right, the true definition of humanity. And that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about humanity. I want to talk about us. One nation, one kind, humankind. We all, whether we're female or male, we're one form of humanity. We all bleed the same blood. We breathe the same air. We have the same brain, and we may not have the same number of fingers and toes because, sometimes we have developments where we may have premature babies that turn and are deformed. But long story short, we're all the same. We're the same race. And sometimes I think we forget that. Sometimes I think we take for granted what the world offers. And that's why I want to help you today. I want to help those that wishes to listen. I want to help those that want to learn, to realize that life has so much to offer, but also that we oversee and sometimes are blind to so many things that's right there in front of us. Do you think every day, for instance, when you go to sleep at night, when you say your prayers or, lay in your bed after brushing your teeth and, doing your skincare routine, do you think about there are people out there right now every single night who are guarding to make sure that we're protected each and every day? They may be Marines, Navy, Army, National Guard, Secret Service, CIA, FBI. And they're out there protecting us to make sure that we continue to have these freedoms that sometimes we take for granted every single day. I mean, do you ever think about that? Do you ever think about what you have every single day to get up in the morning every day, to choose what to wear, to choose how you wish to look, to eat what you want to eat because you chose and have the ability to buy what you want at the grocery store? The ability to watch TV, the ability to have a home with electricity, or have toys or, computers or MetaQuest, just the ability to choose. Because there are countries out there still today that doesn't have the ability to choose. But yet we do. And granted, America can be better. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we need to improve our healthcare plan. We need to include our equality of rights between everyone. We need to look upon helping make it so that everyone has an equal opportunity of actually making it in America by business and by funding and by being allowed to present ideas equally and be accepted equally for the intelligence that you bring towards each other. So yes, America has a long way to go. I hate to say that, but we do have a long way to go. I mean, we've only been around literally for over 200 years. We're really like a baby still crawling, and we're not even in our teens yet to understand the full capability and the full understanding of what it is to be a nation, and what it is to be a nation with people that you have to help equally to live and enjoy the values of life. But this is what I want you to think about. I want you to think about how there are soldiers out there today, each and every day, and they can be as young as 18 years old, and they're protecting your right to freedom. And then they come home as veterans, expecting to be given appreciation and given the ability to feel that they've done a successful job in doing what they've done to protect us. And sometimes they don't get that appreciation like they should. They don't get the benefits that they deserve as a veteran. And it really makes me wonder how much we as Americans, we as citizens of America, appreciate knowing that there's someone out there that's protecting our freedom, that's allowing us to still have that freedom, that choice to do what we want and enjoy life as we want it. How often do we really think about that? How often do we really focus on understanding the definition of freedom and what it costs to have such freedom? And there are kids out there, and I say kids, yes, because there are adults at age 18 who are allowed to join the military. They're allowed to shoot someone to protect our freedom, but yet they're not allowed to drink or smoke or gamble. But they can yet use a gun to protect our freedoms. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about that true definition there? To be free, to have the ability to choose, to have the ability of sometimes, dare I say it, be spoiled. And it's okay, because no one stops you. How often do we think about that freedom, that ability to do as we want, when we want, and get away with it, and not have someone stop us or tell us no? Something to think about. And do you ever think about what those individuals go through? Those individuals that protect our freedom, what they have to see, what they have to endure, the PTSD that they have years later that they never get rid of because of what they've seen, because of the people they may have murdered or the situations they were involved in. And they'll never ever escape it because it's a memory that will always be there, a memory that they want to run away from and never ever see again, but they chose to protect our freedom. And by choosing that, they chose to have such memories be created and last within them forever until they die. And do you ever think about mental anxiety, bipolar, depression, schizophrenia, these things that we don't think anything of, alcoholism, drug abuse, where people who feel they can't handle life solely on their own, so they need something to comfort them, to get them through, to endure the next day they wake up, because they don't have the support from family and friends, or even from themselves to love themselves enough to feel confident about who they are, to want to live another day. These are things that we overlook, because you know why? Because we don't see it enough. Because we wake up with a mask. Because most people smile when they really frown inside. Most people tell how great their lives are being when they're really upset and would love to tell you how terrible their life is at that moment. Most people lie every day because they don't feel they should have to let you bear how terrible their life is and deal with listening to the negativity that they go through time and time again. And it really confuses me, because if you treat someone with kindness, they abuse you. But if you treat someone with fear and chaos, they love you and will stay forever. What is it that makes us feel that we should allow abuse in our life? What is it in life that makes us believe that abuse is a good thing, that we need and should be around such things as being abused? Why do we allow that? Why do we create it? And why do we push it on others? Why is it when someone falls, before asking that they're okay, that we will laugh at them first? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever considered why? Why do we, as individuals and as a group, do such things without thinking about it? You'd be amazed when you really sit down and really think about life itself and humanity, that no matter whether you're a celebrity or entertainer or a star or a football player or baseball player or major league hockey player or soccer player or a politician or a CEO or just a normal person working at Burger King, how similar all of us are. How we all still have that anxiety. How we all still have that need for comfort. How we all still have that moment where we feel lost, threatened, or even depressed to the point of wanting to just end it all that very moment, because we feel like no one loves us, and more so, we don't even love ourselves. It doesn't really matter of your title. It doesn't really matter of your gender. It doesn't really matter of your race, because we all go through it at one time or another. We all feel pain. And we all fear it and need someone to protect us and comfort us and make us know it's going to be okay. We all do. So if you didn't think, though, if you thought maybe you were the only one, I'm here to tell you right now, you're not. And the closer we are to understanding the true definition of humanity, the closer we are to loving each other and more so loving ourselves. Because when we're born, we know nothing. We only know what we see and what we're taught. And unfortunately, due to the lifestyle and the way the world is currently, we are normally taught more negativity than positivity. Therefore, we're normally taught more fear than faith and love. But we can change that. We can make it a better place if we think about it and decide to work together to improve and make a difference in life. Because we are all human. We are all weak at times. And we are all needing each other. Whether we believe it or not, we do need one another to survive, to feel life itself through so many aspects. But still, we need each other in order for it to occur. And that's why I'm speaking today. That's why I'm here today to talk. Because we need to talk about the truth that we hide every day, the truth that we feel we can't speak about because no one's going to understand, or no one's going to want to listen, or no one's going to want to respect me and feel the same about me if I speak about it, because they're going to look at me and shame me for it instead of wanting to help me and improve me after hearing it. And we need to realize that this is not the way we should look at things. This is not the way we should think. We need to change our way of thinking and realize that we need to be there for one another. We need to understand that we are equally in pain. We're equally in fear. And we are equally in disassociation and anxiety that needs comfort from each other so that we all can improve as we love and support one another. Now, will this happen? One day it will. When? That's the question I don't even have an answer to. But if you're listening to this specific podcast, if you're listening to me talking about the situation, then that means you have to change. You have the opportunity to see who you are right now. Look in that mirror. Don't hide from it. See yourself 100%, all of you. And dare I say it, try to make that change. Be brave and improve yourself. Believe in yourself. Love yourself so that you can be the better person. And then once you do so, then help others to become a better person as well. And sooner or later, it will become contagious like a disease. And each and every one of us will soon become a better individual. And we will understand the final concept and definition of what it means to be human. But it's something that's going to be hard to do. Something that's going to take a lot of time to understand, but more so something that's going to take a lot of confidence and faith to actually try. You see the murders occurring. You see the signs of desperation with the school shootings and the parents killing each other and the friends suicidal. You see these things, the celebrities now dying, and you thought they had everything and they were so happy, but yet they wasn't really happy at all because they had everything but love for themselves. And we need to understand that the only way this is going to improve, the only way this is going to get better, is if we focus on us. Focus on one another. Look at yourself and see who you truly are. And don't be afraid of who you see, but better, much better, fight to improve what you see to become better, to become a better individual. Because we can do that. Clearly we can. The choice is ours. God gave us choice. Or if you don't believe in God, some superior being gave us choice to do one or the other. When we're in the car driving and the speed limit says 55, we have a choice to drive 55, or we have a choice to drive less, or we have a choice to drive faster. We have choice. When we buy a car, we have a choice to get an economical car or a sports car. We have choice. When we have a choice for a job, we choose what job we want to get and try to get that job. We have choice. So because we do have choice, that means you can choose to do the right thing or choose to do the wrong thing. You can choose to improve or you can choose to give up. Because, once again, you have choice. And right now, I want you to choose to listen to what I'm saying. And remember, freedom comes with a cost. Remember that you should appreciate any and everything you have today, whatever it may be that you have. Because when you were born with nothing. And when you die leaving with nothing. And sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we don't take the time to really think through what life is really all about and the choices that we make, and more so where those choices lead us and where they help us to become who we are. And sometimes how those choices are good choices, and sometimes those choices are bad. But we need to start to appreciate everything in life. We need to start inspiring ourselves to enjoy life, to enjoy the comforts that we have, but also to improve ourselves, and more so, start to finally love ourselves. Because guess what? If you can't love yourself, how can you expect anyone else to? You have to first take that step. Look in that mirror, smile, and say, "You're great, you're amazing, and I love you, and we can do anything together because I believe in you." And then, if you can do it for yourself, you'll be amazed at how quickly others will follow and do it as well with you. There is no I in team, but there is I in life. And you need to understand that when you were born and it was your life. No one else's. Your life to live. Your life to decide how to live. Your life to enjoy living. And sometimes we forget about that. Sometimes we're placed in that strange corner where we feel that internal peer pressure from friends and even family on how we're told we must live life. But yet, the problem is, we're told how we need to live it. But when the consequences come, we're the ones that have to face those consequences, no one else but us. So why are you going to let someone else control the way you live? Why are you going to let someone else tell you how to live when you have to feel and deal with the consequences of all the actions that you're taking while living? And if you have a problem, don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed, because everyone has similar problems. Don't think you're the only one that's a schizophrenic. Don't think you're the only one that's got a high depression. Don't think you're the only one that's bipolar. Don't think you're the only one that has high anxiety. Don't think you're the only one that's bulimic. Don't think you're the only one that's anorexia. Don't think you're the only one that looks in the mirror every day and continues to see nothing but ugliness. Because guess what? You're not the only one. We all have our vices. We all have our problems. We all have our sources of negativity that we continue to fight every single day, every single hour, every single minute, every single second to continue to make us want to live the next day. And we need to understand that the sooner we realize how similar we are to each other, the better we will realize how life can become for everyone. Now, granted, there's always going to be that one person who's going to, of course, say, well, it's not me. I'm different. I don't have those problems. Or I deserve more because of who I am. And guess what? Some people we just can't change. Some people we just can't help them to understand and to see the truth of what life really is about. And those people, you just have to let it go. Walk away, pass them by. Because guess what? They're the minority. And we can create the majority. We can have a semi-utopia of peace and unity and prosperity and happiness and confidence and love and support if we all just stop for a moment and really think about the truth about life and understand what life is all about and how similar we really are to each other. If you only thought about how many people take the same prescriptions as you, how many people see the same shrinks as you, how many people have the same problems as you, but you never know because nobody ever talks about it, because everyone's ashamed. Everyone's hiding their problems behind a mask of a smile because they feel like they have to be the norm. They have to act a certain way because it's not right if they allow their true feelings to come out. Because then they may be ridiculed for it. They may be casted out because of it. When in all honesty, we were all supposed to be who we are. And we should all feel confident in living the way we want to live and letting people know our true feelings. Because guess what? It's our life. And we have to deal with the consequences of every action that we take. Because those actions create an equal and opposite reaction that we have to deal with because it's our life. So understand, You don't have to go to that birthday party if you don't want to. You don't have to fly to your family that weekend if you don't choose to. You don't have to be at that Christmas party if you don't really feel comfortable. You can do what you want to do because it's your life. And you shouldn't be afraid to enjoy your life and live your life and be who you are. Don't be afraid to let someone know you're gay. Don't be afraid to let someone know that you're bisexual. Don't be afraid to let someone know that you're transgender. Don't be afraid to be proud of who you are, whether you're black, white, Asian, Indian, Caribbean, or whatever. Because it's your life. You were born that way because you are important. You mean something to you. If no one else, you're important to yourself because it's your life. And the sooner you realize that it's your life to control, it's your life to live, the sooner you'll become more happier living your life. I remember a long time ago, a mentor told me, the sooner you don't care about what other people say, the sooner you'll enjoy everything. And the sooner you're willing to walk away from others, it's the sooner you'll have more friends than you've ever known. And I didn't understand that at first. I didn't. I was too young. My logic wasn't fully there. But now I understand it completely. And let me tell you, I have a very small circle of friends. And I choose to decide where I'm going to go or who I'm going to visit or who I'm going to hang with or what events I'm going to attend. Because guess what? It's my life. And I'm not afraid to let people know that I have a disability. I'm not afraid to let people know that I have a mental depression, mental anxiety, and that I have to deal with it because of the events that I unfortunately had to go through as a child that put such negativities in my brain that unfortunately I cannot cast out as of yet. But I continually try hard every day to change and to modify and hopefully one day get rid of. Because I now realize that no matter what, it's my life. So let's think about this. How many of us are PTSD? How many of us have anxiety? How many of us have depression? How many of us are drug users? How many of us are alcohol users? How many of us have bulimia? How many of us are anorexic? How many of us are afraid? How many of us don't understand or know how to love ourselves or believe in ourselves? And I bet you right now, if you can raise your hand and we can all see each other, you'd be surprised how many of us would be having our hand up instead of not having our hand up at all. Because we're so similar to each other, but we never ever believe that everyone can have that problem just like us. That everyone can have the similar issues that I have in life, or have to deal with the similar issues that I deal with in life, or have to find a way to face the many situations that I face in life. We really don't think about how similar we really are. And we don't realize how closely related we really are to each other. And if we would just open up to each other, be honest with each other, we might be surprised on how much we can really help each other out and make each other a better person because of it. Now, granted, some of these things cannot be cured. Some of these things like PTSD and depression and schizophrenia and paranoia, it's hard to get rid of it because unfortunately the events that we went through were so horrific that it has caused an imbalance chemically that we just can't fix by ourselves. And I get that. And sometimes we need medication or support groups to make us better, to help us get through each day of life. But understand, you have a brain that's so powerful, a brain that makes you breathe automatically, a brain that makes your heart beat without thinking about it manually, a brain that gives you thoughts, memories, dreams, and ideas and emotions. And we don't even use it to its full capacity. Think about that. We don't even use it to its full capacity. So think about what we could do if we just sat and thought about how we can improve ourselves. As the ability is there, the solution is out there somewhere. We just have to search for it to find it, because every problem has a solution. We just may have to go look for it to find the right one. So for every one of you out there that has PTSD, for every one of you out there that has anxiety, or who's bulimic or anorexic, or highly depressed, or has schizophrenia, or psychosis of any kind, or who's gay, transgender, lesbian, understand you're still normal, and you still have an existence in this world, and your existence is important because you have a life that you were given, and only you should be able to control until it's taken away by death. So understand it now that you are in control of your life, and you can take control of your life, but you must believe in yourself first and love yourself first and understand how important you are first, to then take that control and then understand how you should live in your life. Think about that. Think about it really hard. Don't let it escape you. Because guess what? It's your life. And you should be allowed to live your life and enjoy your life. Because the freedom you have is a freedom you should never take for granted. So therefore, at least show those who are protecting our freedoms how important you appreciate them by living your life and loving yourself, finally, to enjoy the life that you live. You understand? Are you listening to me? Are you really listening to me? Because you need to. It's 2023. It's time to finally live your life. Because until we understand each other, until we love one another and ourselves, we can't stop the shootings. We can't stop the racism. We can't stop the sexism. We can't stop the hatred. We can't stop anything negative until we start being positive. And we can do it because we have the power. We have the right. We have the control, because it's your life. "11 years ago, I went through a divorce and lost everything. Walked away from the house, 4 cars, money, and all I had was a 10 by 10 square foot of stuff. That's it, and 2 dogs, which were then later taken away from me as well. Now, I live in a 3,000 square foot home, 4 bedroom, 4 bath. I travel. I have good credit. I have a nice job. I have my own business. And more so, I have those that are around me that truly trust me, care about me, and love me for who I am. But more importantly, though I still have problems, because we all have problems, we'll always have problems, I love myself. I believe in myself. I have confidence in myself. And more so, I have no problems and no fear in living my life. If I can do it, you can do it too. Because you're not as worse as me or better than me. We're all the same. When you really just sit down and just think about it, we are all the same. Because we all have negatives and positives. We all have flaws and talents. We all are human because we're all part of the human race. No matter how you look at it, we are all the same. So therefore, if I can succeed in life and appreciate myself and love myself, you can succeed in life, appreciate yourself, and more so, love yourself. And I want you to. I dare you to. Because I know how hard it is. But I know you have the confidence and the ability to change and make it happen. If only you believe. And I believe in you. But we need you to believe in you. And it's amazing how so many people who have disabilities have so much to offer in life. You'd be amazed how many people who have schizophrenia, or depression, or some form or some psychosis actually did great things in life. Because sometimes you have to be a little crazy in order to really succeed and improve. Sometimes you have to cross that line of craziness or that barrier of the unknown so you can really understand that there's no barriers at all except yourself. Just something to think about. Because life is worth living, but only if you choose to live it. Now, I've spoken about the situation. I've helped you to understand, hopefully, how similar we all are and how equal we all are and how important each and every one of us truly are. But I need you now to do one thing for me. I need you to believe it. I need you to believe fully that you understand that this is true and that it is exactly what you are, just like everyone else. And that you need to realize that you are just important as everyone else. No one is more important than the other. No one is more powerful than the other. In truth, we all have power. It's just that we haven't realized it yet. We haven't conceived the notion of how to handle and utilize that power yet. But it's there. It's there waiting for you to discover it, and more so, utilize it and benefit from it. But I want to salute every one of you out there. I want to salute my veterans. I want to salute all who are in the military defending me every single night so that I can do what I'm doing right now, because I have the choice of doing it and also allowing me the freedom to enjoy life the way I want to live it, because you're there defending my freedom for me every single day. Thank you. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to the nurses who are short-staffed every single day, who basically take care of the patients majority of the time, while the doctors, who get paid much more than they do, only see them maybe a few minutes out of the day and tell the nurses how to handle the patient, because the patient is being taken care of majority by the nurse. I thank you, all of you, all of the nurses. I salute you. I thank you, because you had a choice, and your choice was to comfort us, to take care of us, to be there for us. So I thank you. And I thank all those out there who are willing to defy life and tell people who they really are, and have the confidence to say who they are, what they want, and what they believe, because it's not easy at all to have such confidence. So I thank you. I salute you. I admire you for being you. But for those who have yet to do these things, for those who have yet to fulfill that part of their life, I believe in you, and I'm just waiting for you to do it so I can thank you on my next video or my next podcast of Let's Talk, when I talk about this again, which I'm sure somewhere down the line I will talk about it again, because it's a situation that will never go away. It's a situation that will always be around, and a situation that we all need to work together to improve, not only for each other, but also for life itself, to keep humanity existence, to keep us moving forward in prosperity and positivity, and to keep us from not becoming extinct, as the possibility is always there. So I thank you. I thank you. I admire you. I salute you. And I say move forward and continue on, and don't let anyone change who you are. Don't let anyone take away your dreams. Don't let anyone take away your faith. Don't let anyone take away your love and your confidence, because you are important, because you exist today. And understand, if we continue to overlook the importance of others, sooner or later, that reaction will be an opposite reaction, and we will see the negative side of what we caused, because we didn't give proper positive results, and more so positive results of support towards that individual or those individuals. So understand, do not believe that you can continue to be negative and nothing will come back on you, because sooner or later, what you throw out will come back, and will come back 10 times, if not 100 times fold. So the more you start to respect others, the more you will be respected yourself. But the more you continue to discriminate upon others, to manipulate others, to make them feel inferior as you believe, and I say believe because you are not in any way, but you believe you are superior, sooner or later, it's all going to come back on you. And sooner or later, you're going to have to deal with every single solitary ounce of negativity that you cast upon every single individual throughout your lifetime. So think about that. because you can't escape it. None of us, not one of us, can escape it. It will eventually catch up with you. And that's why I'm telling each and every one of you right now, I care about you. I support you. I love you. And I am here for you if you need someone, because you need to love yourself, support yourself, believe in yourself, and you need to start living your own life now. So I'm going to end with that. And before I do, I'm going to play a song, because I want you to see through this song where life could possibly be if we continue to just cast negativity upon each other and not finally give in, and finally, with proper reason, love and support each other. Just think about that when you listen to this video, when you hear this song. Think about what the future could be if we continue to believe that we shouldn't help each other. Because trust me, we're heading that direction. But we have choice. We can choose to change. The question is, are we strong enough and intelligent enough to finally make the right choice and finally make that change? I dare you to be smart enough. I dare you to be intelligent enough. I dare you to be motivated enough to do the right thing for once and not continually just follow the majority because of the fear and because of the disassociation of confidence and love that you have yet to find in yourself. I dare you. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong that we can be a better nation, a better place, a better world, a better form of human race and of humanity. Prove me wrong. Because right now, our ancestors are watching us, and they continually wait because we have yet to come to the level of logic and intelligence to understand the true definition of humanity, and they feel that it would only be a waste of time for them to come to us and show themselves so that we can finally see the truth of what life really has to offer. Just think about that. And with that, I will say, listen to this song, listen very carefully, because guess what? If we do not change ourselves and change the way America and the world is, sooner or later, this song will become our daily reality.
It's a beautiful day to be an asshole, to be an asshole.
Interesting, right? But so true in so many ways, right? You watch Batman, Suicide Squad, and you laugh. But sometimes you think about how you are Batman, or the Joker, or Harley Quinn. But nobody knows because you hide it so well. Sooner or later, you're not going to be able to hide it anymore. And it will come out. And when it does, it's going to come out full throttle. And no one, not even you, will be able to stop it. But we can stop it now if we just show support towards each other, unite, and love each other, and offer respect for each other, for who we truly are, and allow us to be who we should have been and who we should live to be, because it's our life. So just something to think about. And I hope you enjoyed the program, and I thank you for listening. And I look forward to seeing you next Thursday when I decide to say, let's talk about something else. But just remember, you are somebody. And remember, it is your life to live. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Let's Talk with your host, Alan Cousin. If you have any questions that need answers or wish to be on the show, feel free to email us at letstalk@getupradio.com. And if you have a moment to rate, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you listen to your podcasts, we'd really appreciate it. Remember to get up, smile, and live life positively, as you are an amazing person.